Welcome to the Creature Cast, the official Console Creatures podcast. I'm your host today, Steve Egvari, and alongside me, as always, my good pal Bobby. How the heck are you today?
Beautiful, my good friend. It is a long weekend, and
It is.
I've got some mini eggs calling my name this weekend. So,
Yes, that's right. Tis the season for mini eggs.
honestly, if I could eat them all year, I probably would, and that's bad. But yeah,
It's
no,
terrible. It's not good for you, but I'm kind of with you. I feel like there are some seasonal items that should be treated year round. I think the mini egg is up there. I think
mini egg.
eggnog should be, there should be at least another season where eggnog is acceptable.
I mean, why wouldn't it be Easter?
Right?
Like, it should be an eggnog.
Egg.
Like, give me a mini eggnog.
Mini eggnog.
Give me a cinnamon dolce. No, apple. What is it? What's the one? Pumpkin spice. Give me pumpkin spice in May.
That too. Yeah, pumpkin spice, another seasonal item that should be treated maybe not year round because then it kind of loses its luster.
Two seasons. Fall.
2 seasons. Spring. Yeah, like a fall spring kind of split. Or summer winter split. I like this because
this is what we need. But you know what? For what it is, I'm happy. We got Easter, we got mini eggs. I know I'm looking forward to some chocolate oranges from Terry's, and
oh my god, those chocolate oranges.
They slap. Like, honestly, that is something I want year round, but they're hard to find.
They are. Yeah, but I've been a lifelong fan of the Terry's chocolate orange. You give it a good whack. I'll never forget the commercials on that.
I know. I used to love the commercial. That's what got me sold on them. But like, no one I know likes them. I think it's not a classy chocolate. And like, you know what? That is the classiest chocolate you can buy, I feel, because like it gives you a mission. You basically have to eat it, but you got to work for it.
That's right. You do have to work for it. What other delicious sweet treat do you have to like kind of knock around, you know?
Maybe a Toblerone.
Maybe. Like, yeah. You kind of have to like crack its back a little bit.
Crack its back a bit, but
give it like the vein treatment.
If you have a bad day, you crack a chocolate orange and you're feeling better. You feel
way better. Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel like you can conquer the world after smacking around a Terry's chocolate orange.
You know what? The best thing about this weekend, and I know everyone listening will agree, is the reduced chocolate on Monday, because I'm going to Shoppers.
Yes.
I'm picking up all the reduced chocolate oranges and mini eggs I can find. I don't care what it takes. I'm being there at 8 o'clock in the morning to get those chocolate.
Fantastic. I love that for you. As for me, I will be indulging in some Easter festivities, but also I'll be dealing with the existential dread of entering my mid 30s. And
oh yeah, no, it's very harrowing. It's basically like, let's call it Returnal, because you're basically just responding every
I'm Celine
year.
right now. Yeah.
You're Celine, and it is dreadful, but it's also exciting because I mean it's your birthday, so.
I mean, yeah.
You get to use that excuse. You should do that thing where everyone, does that free day of freebies.
But that's the thing, is like it falls on Easter, so it's like, what am I doing? Going into Booster Juice? Is it even open? I feel like I'm getting fucked over this year.
I feel like they should have like an extension on that. Like, you go to Starbucks the day after and be like, it's my birthday.
Like if it falls on a actual holiday.
Yeah, like give it a grace period, like a day before and a day after. So like you can come a day early.
I mean, I don't know if Booster Juice is open or not on Easter. I'm assuming maybe not, but that was the one where I was like, oh, I got the app, get the notification. Hey, you get the free drink on your birthday. I was like, well, I'm gonna get the strawberry sunshine on my birthday.
Oh, ooh. See, the pomegranate punch is where I'm at. Like that's with some extra chia seeds. Oof.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the chia, maybe a little protein in there.
Oh, buddy, no, I'm craving this, and I think after this podcast, I'm gonna be indulging in a Booster Juice. So good for you, man! You just sold me on Booster Juice.
Hey, sponsor the podcast, Booster Juice.
Oh, sponsor us, Booster Juice. Sponsor us, or Terry's chocolate oranges, or even Cadbury. If you guys want to sponsor us, like, we'll take the bag.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
yeah. This is going to be a very exciting episode. We got some games to talk about, but also at the time of recording, we just got out very recently of seeing the Mario Kart World Direct, the 15-minute long direct. Let's kick things off by talking about that. I mean, after the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, we got to see a little bit of Mario Kart World, and then Nintendo said, "Hey, stay tuned. We're going to show you even more about our launch title, Mario Kart World." Bobby, top level, what did you think about this direct? How did you think about the presentation? What we saw out of the direct?
So, I mean, I did like it, but I mean, I didn't love it. So, and I know many people online are probably in agreement with me when I say this, but it could have been like an email, or like it could have been part of the direct from 2 weeks ago when they showed off the actual hardware and they showed Mario Kart World. I feel like it could have been a perfect slot in there. Like 15 minutes is not enough time for this game. Like if you're really going to be selling it at $90 in Canada or $80 in the US, like you gotta do more than what you did here. You showed courses, Nintendo, like you showed characters, but like why are you pricing at this point? Like what's making me want to go buy it day one?
Yeah.
Outside of being a new Super Mario Kart.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I was hoping coming into this that this was going to be, Nintendo coming out and showing
like the Super Smash Brothers treatment. Like, hey, everybody's coming to this game. Like, why are there like no even like just like what I would love to see like Metroid, just or even
Samus,
just like some like Ridley and like Samus in a cart.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about the greater expansion of this game, or just stuff like a roadmap. But I was really hoping that they would come out and this was going to be Nintendo's chance to say, "Hey, we hear you. We know that us raising the prices is going to turn some heads. It's going to create a big discussion. This is why." And unfortunately, I feel like now I want to preface everything. I loved what I saw. Don't get me wrong.
No,
like I think that this is going to be a very strong game. I just feel like this was kind of a fumble in this greater conversation that we're having of the price of the hardware, the price of the new software.
Yeah.
I don't think Nintendo came out and said, this is why Mario Kart World deserves to be a $90 game in Canada, $80 in the US.
And that's the issue. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
People are ready for the hardware, but they don't care right now about what games you're putting on. Like they're more concerned about price. And I honestly agree with them. It's like, we know the games are there. Why are you charging so much? Why is it this much? Like what? Like, tell us why you think it's worth this price,
right?
And like, rightfully so, right? We have tariffs, we have inflation. These are all problems that are life changing at this point. So it's like $100 is a big deal these days. Like it could make or break you. Like you could either buy a game or you could feed your family, and like that's where a lot of people are at. And like, how is a young family going to be comfortable spending $100 on a game when they've got 2 kids to feed or whatever?
Yeah, so I mean, this has been a conversation we've had on the show previously when we talked about the Nintendo Switch 2 a couple weeks ago, and I completely agree. I mean, I think for me personally, someone who's looking at the pricing, trying to see how general consumers or even myself can justify that kind of price, I would have liked to have seen Nintendo not only show a great roster of modes and characters and the sprawling map. I think that they check the boxes off for all of that. I would have just loved to see a little more future proofing for this, because if the idea is, hey, Mario Kart World is going to be a premium game, way more like $10 more premium than Donkey Kong Bonanza, there's got to be a reason. And I feel like my heart of hearts, it's because this is going to be kind of like their live service, their evergreen game, kind of like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was for the original Switch. But that being said, that's just me assuming, right? I'm assuming that given what they did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that they're going to add, booster courses, new characters, and everything like that. But there's no guarantee in that like we're just kind of like trying to read the tea leaves and all of this, knowing Mario Kart has that potential.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it is. They launched this deluxe version of Mario Kart at the start of the lifespan of this console, supported it for 8 years, and did a really good job with it. Now it's like, well, we want that again. So are you going to do it? And that's what I'm not sure. Like, they're not really telling us much. They're just saying, here's what's coming now. Like I understand, like you want to focus on the now, but like
Sure.
a lot of people care about the future, right? Like if they
Right.
buy one game, if they buy one game and this is it, like how long are they gonna be playing it for? Like this
Yeah,
is Mario
exactly.
Kart, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, let's kind of talk about some of the stuff that they did say instead of the, some of the stuff that they kind of omitted. And I mean, yeah, you kind of touched on it before. A lot of the stuff that we heard about today was kind of introduced in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. They kind of just expanded on it, gave it a little more texture and context here.
Yeah,
That included the interconnected world. I think a lot of people had questions
very
about it
cool.
because in the previous Nintendo Switch Direct, they kind of touched on it. They're like, oh yeah, it's open world, there's free roam and everything. And at the time they just kind of glazed over what we would be doing with a free roam, and it kind of seemed a little barren. uh
Yeah.
it kind of seemed like it was just a open world map for people to play with friends, maybe explore a photo mode. But we got a little bit of context here. It does seem like there are going to be at least some in-game missions, some stuff to do. They showed off the P switches where you go and collect some coins.
Those
You
are
can find
cool.
hidden collectibles. You can take on, quote unquote, like little missions and everything. In the press release, it says, hit the P switches to take on, quote, hundreds of missions that can improve
Yeah.
your driving skills outside of
What,
races. So that's
what are the
cool.
missions? What are the missions though? Are
Why?
they like, drive here and talk to somebody or like collect something like that's cool, but like what does that mean? What
Well, I
is
think I think I think they showed us, and I think, yeah, when we're talking about missions, I think it's more or less you hit the P switch, you have like the time, like just as in the standard Mario game, you have a set amount of time to go collect all the coins. That's the mission, quote unquote.
yeah.
Again, I don't know if we're going to be doing time trials or stuff like that outside of that, but
Yeah, like it looks fun. Like I like, the rails show up and like the coins and that, but like is
yeah,
that it? Really?
I
For
think so.
hundreds of those? There's gonna be hundreds of those? Like come on.
I think so. The thing that I'm kind of trying to quantify and wrap my head around is that, yeah, at surface level, kind of seems like a toss away thing. The thing that I'm keep bringing myself back to and kind of trying to remind myself after all is that I think the open world, the free roam, is going to be used as more of a way to get a better grasp of the overall interconnected world. That way, when you're doing stuff like the Grand Prix and the knockout races and the more competitive core modes in this game, you have a better advantage of going, okay, I finished, what was one of the new maps that they showed off?
It was like
Mario Bros. Circuit. I finished Mario Bros. Circuit. Now I have to go across the map to get here. Playing free roam, I now know a couple shortcuts that will give me the edge to then place a little higher for the next. That's just I think that's the core concept and
yeah.
the vision that Nintendo kind of has for this. I don't really think that they expect people to kind of spend all their time in the free roam and kind of do missions, and that's the bulk of their time. I really do think it's, hey, get in there, hone your skills, maybe do a couple of collectibles. That way you can kind of understand the hot spots of the map and stuff like that,
Yeah.
versus this kind of being more of a story or a campaign mode for the game.
And I do like that stuff. It's just like it comes down to it's like how inventive is this? Like is it just point A to point B and there's not much to do between there. So like you're finding these shortcuts, but like what are you doing while you're getting there? Like in some other games, like there's always like like Need for Speed for example. Like you get to one spot and you have to get to another spot, but like in between there's like 5 or 6 different things you can do to keep you busy. So it's like you can do like a speed race, you can do a drift, you could do like you could have like another character racing you, and you're trying to avoid them.
Yeah.
It's like, are those going to be available? Like, I know obviously it's a different comparison, right? But like, Mario Kart hasn't really changed much since for the last 10 years. Like, it's been the same kind of thing. Like, how are you going to now put in an open world setting? Make this interconnected world, but then just keep it the same. Like, you have to fill that area now with things to do.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree.
That's what
I am seriously interested to see how the open world or the interconnected world thrives in a free roam setting, but also knowing that, with stuff like Grand Prix going from one track to the next, I hope that it doesn't take too long to do that, and you kind of lose the momentum and steam between these races. And two, I hope that it doesn't get boring. I hope it doesn't become this monotonous thing of like, well, I just had so much fun in the first race. Now I have to slog through, get into the next one and stuff like that. Like, again, I understand Nintendo's vision, but to your point, I mean, like Mario Kart hasn't changed all that much, probably for a good reason, because it's so strong. It's such a strong franchise of games because the formula just works. I mean, there's a reason why Mario Kart 8 lived on for 2 console generations and was still one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo Switch.
And that's to the testament, like that game, it was really good. But you can only eat so much caviar before your mouth gets sore. So it's like, come on, what are we doing now, guys? Because like caviar is exquisite, but like let's switch to oysters now. Give us a little bit more of a palate cleanse.
Yeah. I mean, there is some cool new things in place for Mario Kart World. I mean, I really do like all the new items. I thought those were a genuine surprise. The new coin shell, which is I think a brilliant one. Throw the shell and out comes like a row of coins that you can collect. Get a little speed boost. You got the hammers, the mega mushroom. One thing I will say, I don't like the fact that they made Kamek an item. That's just a little pet peeve of mine.
But
like they took him from a racer and then made him an item.
Is he no longer a racer? Did they confirm? I was writing while it was happening, so like
I have not seen him as a racer, and
that's what I was curious about. Because I was like, yeah, he's there, but like, is he there now? I was like, are they one or the other kind of situation?
I don't know. It's very odd, and yeah, I mean, I guess the same thing would apply to the Piranha Plant because there was a Petey the Piranha as a racer, but then does that omit the Piranha Plant as being an item? I don't know. But anyways, just from what we saw today, bringing Kamek and removing him as a racer and making him an item, I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. There's these small little things that are like perfect time to just be transparent the entire presentation, but it's like, well, they didn't, and it's just like these are all things people are asking, and I'm seeing online, and it could have been, avoided today. It's just been like, oh, great, here's what we're getting. Looks great.
Yeah,
can't wait for
totally.
June's so close. Let's play it. But now it's just like, well, we're in a golden age of games. I have 1,000 things I could be playing.
Yeah.
Why do you want me to play your game?
Yeah.
And I didn't get that here. It's just like, cool. All the new items, fine. New tracks, okay. But like, if it's the same gameplay, like give us something else. Like maybe do let people like be on the map. Let them do whatever they want. Don't just like put. And that was the thing I said. It's just like there's no indication there's stuff to do on the map. It's just you drive.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really mind there not being that much to do in the map because I just feel like I'm not going to spend that much time on the map outside of collecting or outside of finding and discovering shortcuts.
But if it was like Forza Horizon, like I would have loved that. But I don't even think it even said anything about that. Like,
but what was in Forza Horizon that you would want?
I mean,
because Forza doesn't really have missions. They just have like the break the banner or whatever, do some ramps and stuff like that. Like,
sorry, I want that stuff, but like that's not really shown in this. Like even that, like even
I mean,
or even like
the P switches, you got the coins to collect. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like it's that odd, is it?
Or like there's like a group of like characters. Like you could have like Bowser and like his kids. Like then they're drifting, and you have to stop them. You have to like find them somewhere in the map and like prevent them from whatever they're doing. Or like you go there and you meet them, you race them, whoever wins, they move on to another map area. Or just like I guess like just stuff like that. It makes the map feel more alive than it's just whatever it looks, whatever it could possibly be. I don't want to sound like I'm super harsh on it, but like it's just $90. It's a lot of money. I really have to penny pinch when a game is $100 these days. So sorry, I know that's the wrong thing to do if you're getting offended, but like that's how I see it now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm curious about this. What do you feel about the Yoshi pit stops, where
Ooh,
you can pick
the
up some
food, the drive-through, I
food?
love it.
Yeah,
I think it's great. But
unlock some
like,
cosmetics, dress
yeah,
your
like
guys up.
I think that's a cool way to get people to interact with that and find the perfect outfit for their character. But
Yep.
is how much is it, like how much is the invest, like how much time do I have to invest in this? Like if I'm driving as, say, like Yoshi, do I get Yoshi themed costume or do I get random stuff? So do I have to like, is there a way to basically incentivize me to play with every character? Basically, it's like if you want Peach stuff, you drive as Peach. If you want Daisy, it's Daisy.
So
That'd be cool. Like
my
that's
understanding, at least just
yeah.
from the direct and how I inferred it, was that if you get so, for instance, they showed a pizza and that made
Right.
Luigi and like a more Italian. Uh,
Yeah.
my assumption is that once you unlock the pizza, you get the pizza skin for every character.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all about getting the food rather than getting the food with a specific character.
Okay. See, I wasn't clear about that just because, like I
Yeah,
said, I was writing it, so like everything I was recapping was just you
sure.
know if Peach gets sushi, I saw sushi show up, but like I wasn't sure about that. But like that, okay, that would kind of alleviate that concern.
Yeah,
But I do like it. I feel like it's something else to look forward to, and like if it's that mechanic, or at least give me like a boost. So if I show up and I pick up a slice of pizza or whatever, just give me a free mushroom with it so I can boost along or something.
sure. Yeah.
No,
No, that's
I do like what we're seeing. I definitely like it. I'm just cautiously optimistic about it. I have to be because I've been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for like 6 7 years at this point. It's like it's great. I love it, but I get pretty bored of it quickly. It's like I can do like an hour and then I'm done. I probably won't touch it for a couple months.
yeah, for sure. Um, what else was there? What else did they Oh, yeah, of course, we wanna talk about some of the characters. I mean, we got all of the original cast and crew that you would expect. You got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, DK's in there, Nabbit
I
is even
saw
in there.
Dry Bones. I saw Ribbit.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
P was it P? So was it Piranha Plant or PD Piranha? I can't
I
remember.
think it was PD.
I think it was PD. And then Mazo, which is like the crab thing, which is like old school. Baby Peach, Baby Daisy, Monty Mole. I love seeing him back.
Yep. Yeah, we got
Um,
Penguin, Cow, uh,
Goomba. Like there are
Goomba.
some
Yep.
really interesting characters. These are pretty like versatile. You get a little bit of everything, right? It's
Yep.
basically dipping into the Mario lore pretty heavily here,
Very much so.
and I like that. So yeah, that's great. I just like we said, what are there going to be any surprises that are post launch or like even 6 months to a year from now? Like, are we going to
That's the
get
big
anything
one.
cool?
That's a big one because again, I'll hammer this home. To me, it feels very strange that we go from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe where Link is there and now there's no Link. And I think that's maybe telling of what Nintendo might have planned for post-launch is that yeah, they're going to start introducing some cross franchise characters. Maybe that's the case, but yeah, I was really hoping that at some point, the music kicks in. We get to hear, you get to see like the Triforce or something,
I
and
feel
then like Link is shown off, like the Tears of the Kingdom Link or something like that. But
I feel
we
like we'll
didn't.
get something. Well, we're definitely going to get something. It's just probably not before launch, but like it would have been great to have like something in the sky, like a sky level, or Link's just racing through one of the old ruins in the sky or whatever.
Yeah,
And that would have
because
been great.
imagine post-launch where they're like, oh, and now we're adding on to this island. Now we get corner over here is Hyrule. A corner over here is dedicated to space theme for Samus. You get some Diddy Kong racing characters come in or something like Kirby is there. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe we're getting overzealous in terms of this being kind of like a Smash Brothers Ultimate kind of deal, but I don't know. I feel like it's a missed opportunity to just say, well, now all your characters are you get the big ones, you get the big Mario ones, you get Toad in there, you get Dry Bones and
yeah.
everything, and then you get Penguin. And I'm not knocking Penguin, but is that going to be post-launch content where it's just like now we're just pulling, C and D list characters from the Mario universe,
Just
which
obscure Mario characters that I haven't been
yeah,
in like 20 years. And it's like, okay,
like I started laughing when it was like, oh, and here's the fish.
Yeah.
Or here's the dead fish, the skeleton fish. Here's
Yeah.
the cactus. I'm like, listen, I love Mario. I've been following Mario. It was the very first video game I ever played on the Game Boy. I don't care about the cactus.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Don't care.
I don't even know what the cactus's name is, but I feel like maybe at a certain point it's kind of like a bridge too far to be like, and here's our roster of 35 drivers,
like,
and they're all Mario characters, and the only ones you care about are on the first page when you look at the
it's just
the
it just feels like
library.
wasted opportunity, right? You have all that space. You could have put people from like Fire Emblem. You could have. I hate to beat that drum. It's like you have all this potential, and it's just like, guys, Mario's more than Nintendo. You have the greatest IPs to exist. So like, just put them in the game. Make it a free for all. Everyone's there. Everybody's there, and like whatever.
Yeah.
Bad decision. I feel, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if there was anything really. Much else to talk about unless
the
you had
camera stuff. I didn't
okay.
know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like now that we kind of see what it was, how it's used.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be using it. I don't know how you feel about the camera. How it's lower quality, and it doesn't really add anything for myself. So it's like cool in I guess it's execution maybe, but it's not rubbing me the right way. It's just like it looks okay, but
again, it's not for me. I don't feel. I feel like game chat is great as long as I can remove the Discord bubbles, the Microsoft Team bubbles. If I can get rid of those on the screen, fine. Otherwise, I'm probably going to use Discord or something like that. That being said, though, the camera functionality, I don't know if I really need it for a game like this. Maybe Mario Party would be more enticing, where you can see, your friends do stupid things while shaking their Joy-Cons or whatever during each of the mini games. Here, I don't really care. I'm not gonna. It's just another distraction for me to look at while I'm racing. And again, if you have the video feed of your friends and everything, you have to have the bubbles on the screen. And I'm a no bubble guy. I don't want to see the chat bubbles up on my screen while I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch.
I feel like there is some potential to it. Like a cool idea, like I just thought of when I was watching, is like you have all these people in game chat. Pick one character, pick one person, and you're basically at the mercy of the other three people who are with you. So like they can throw like remote commands, like bombs are coming here, or like it's like kind of like that game where keep talking and everybody explodes or whatever it is. We're like it's a party game, so like you're basically trying to dodge all this incoming attacks by drifting and like braking and like jumping over stuff while people are throwing stuff at you. Like it would be just something you could do remotely. So we're all watching you try and survive whatever obstacles we're throwing at you.
Yes. Yep.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I agree.
But I just saw the bubbles over people's heads in a race. I'm like, that's okay. No.
Yeah.
I probably would get more upset because Mario Kart is a very serious game. You don't mess around.
It's super serious. No, you don't.
If I see Court's face in front of me and he's throwing shells back towards where I am in position 6, I'm getting upset with Court.
He's off. He's off PlayStation generation.
I know.
Gotta kick him out. Yeah.
He's getting deported to the U.S.
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
El Salvador is going to be in the. Oh man, the bubbles. I don't know what it is with bubbles. I just don't like them. Don't like the bubble.
No, I don't either. No. Anything else about the direct?
No, I mean we're a couple months out. I'm looking forward to it. That's basically. I need to get hands on with it. I think that's what it is. We've seen so much of it. We have the opportunity to finally go hands on with the stuff in a couple weeks. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to finally just making sure it is as good as it feels from what I'm seeing.
Cool. Yeah. Only a couple months away. I mean, we still don't know Canadian pricing on this game.
Surprise! Like, honestly, today would have been perfect. And that just blows my mind because I had like 6 or 7 emails saying all these Nintendo games are coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-order start the day after. So like it was like the April 23rd or 24th. And
Sure.
I was convinced that we were going to get something today and nothing. And I don't get it. I know the tariffs are making this a difficult decision for Nintendo, but like just rip the band-aid off, man. Like you're just making people like anxious at this point. Just
Yeah.
announce it and be done with it.
No, I agree, and yeah, it's a little disappointing now. We got out of the Mario Kart Direct. I want to be excited. I want to, get my pre-order in, and still we don't have any information on when pre-orders will be available in Canada or the US. Although there have been, rumors about pre-orders coming back online and stuff like that. But who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, whatever. It's
But
fine.
yeah, we'll be continuing to follow the Nintendo Switch 2's directory in the coming months up until June 5th, the release of both of these, which should be exciting. Great time to launch them. But until then, we'll be just keeping an eye out on the Switch.
Yeah, that's all we can do, and that's
all we can do. Bobby, have you been playing anything this week that you wanna talk about?
Not right off the bat. I feel like I have to kind of just recall what I've been doing, but I've been playing a couple of really cool demos, and like
Okay.
I would love to talk about them. They're actually embargoed till next week, but I mean, the only cool hint I can really give is basically one is based on a really cool Disney property that's launching soon, and the other is basically how to describe this game. It's what do I call it? It's the younger sibling to my friend Pedro. So
Interesting. Okay.
And I'm having a blast with both. I can't wait to talk about them, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably recall you. I know you have something to talk about. Once we're done with that, I'll probably try to recall. Those are the two main things I'm focusing on. But like I said before the show, I've been trying to basically platinum Assassin's Creed Shadows, and like there are a couple of things that like I'm just struggling to get through because like they're hard to find on the map. But like yeah,
that's fair. For myself, hot off the press after last week's episode, I started playing Blueprints, literally hours after we had our discussion, and you kind of waxed poetic about it for a half an hour or so. I went and downloaded it and have sunk in a lot of time into it. Actually, as I continue to talk about it, I do want to know how many hours I put into it. I'm going to bring up the Xbox app here on my phone while I'm talking about it. But everything that you talked about in terms of its scale and scope, in terms of its puzzles and its elaborate use of the roguelike elements and everything, has been incredibly spot on. I've been very impressed by just what the game is able to do for being a relatively small, indie style studio game. They changed this app so many times that I don't even know where I'm going for achievements.
I don't even use the app anymore. It's just
what is going on here?
It never works for me. It never works. I can never get my system to turn on remotely. If it ever does, it doesn't really download anything I need to download. It's just
this is insane. I used to be able to just open this up. I have no idea. I would have to say probably like conservatively 30 hours I put into Blueprints.
Yeah, it creeps up on you. It does. It's such a time creep because like I even the first couple of days I played, I was like, yeah, I'm only put like an hour and just to, wet my feet and whatever.
Yep.
And then next thing I know, it's like 4:00 in the morning. I'm like, what happened to me? Like what's going on? Like how did this happen? And it's just you get addicted to the loop because it doesn't last as long as you would think, right? Like, what's your average loop? I would feel like for me it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I would say like 20 minutes on the long end, 10 if I really just screwed myself over.
Because I was like I said, I was combing everything. Like I will check and see if there's any like secret compartments in like a room or like if there's anything like that. Yep. And it just creeps up on you. It's like everything you're doing is just it's to get to that antechamber and just to get to that last room, and it's just like it's a thrill. Like you get that adrenaline because you're like, I'm almost there. I think I got it. I think I'll have a good run, and next thing you know, it's not
Yeah.
happening. But like
So
one,
I want to ask you, because the game has been out, I think, long enough that we can have a more in-depth discussion about, what the game kind of is and what the goal post on it is. Have you like gone to room 46?
I did it a couple times,
You have. Okay.
but it's been like few and far between. Like I've had way more failure than anything, I would probably say, and that's the thing, right? It's just like it really isn't like RNG game. Like you're really basically at the mercy of whatever you're getting rolled at, right? Like
Absolutely.
even depending on what your rooms, like even if you do get like a good run, like it really comes down to how you're putting the rooms together. Like if you're using certain rooms a little bit earlier, like I mentioned, like if you do like I think it was like the lavatory, I was saying if you put that earlier, like it's better for you because it's just a room you waste. So like you want to get those rooms out of your
Sure.
drafting before anything else, right? So it's like it's not just a puzzle game. Like you're actively having to like put these, like you're basically like problem solving on the fly. It's not just puzzles, you're problem solving.
Yep.
And like how do
Absolutely.
these rooms blend together? And like once you get to that room, like it is cool, right? But it's so few and far between. And like how far have you got? Like how close have you got? Like was it Matt that got it? I think Matt posted he got room 46.
Oh, did he? I
I
did
think he
not see
did in
that.
the Discord. Actually, let's go back because I'm curious.
So at this point, I've gotten into the antechamber, I've gotten the key, and then that's as far as I've gotten. I've never gone underneath the house.
Okay.
Yeah. Because by the time I was able, because at the time when I got the key, I didn't know that I needed the foundation room,
Yeah.
which basically has the elevator to get underneath the house. But yeah, otherwise, throughout my plays, I've been able to unlock a couple of the permanent upgrades, like the increased steps. I've got the outdoor room for permanent, like one additional permanent perk and stuff like that each run.
Yeah.
What's the other one I have? I have like the allowance as well. So you start out each run with like 2 coins or something like that. And yeah, I think the game is brilliant in its sheer design. Like you were saying, it's all about knowing how to use the rooms, how to complement rooms with other rooms, and then you're kind of just building out this knowledge base of the not only the puzzle rooms like the billiard or the box room, but also just the safes that are hidden in there. I think there's also like a whole bunch of other just novel puzzles, the laboratory and the pump room and stuff like that. Like really getting a feel for how this room or how this mansion is built out and stuff like that. I think it's all very ingenious, and I think every single time I'm exploring and building out these rooms, I'm building out new ones that I've never discovered before, learning something new, putting 2 and 2 together, like, oh, okay, I remember seeing this way back when. I'm going to apply it here, and then progressively, a little small, little interstitially, I'm learning more and feeling like I have a better grasp of the game.
The thing is, like, and I've read people online being confused by this game, but like there's a lot of lore that will just lying around. Like you're finding notes and you really need to pay attention to them because like that's where the kind of everything kind of comes together. Like you're reading all this lore, you're kind of learning what Simon's situation is, and it kind of starts coming together once you get to that room. It kind of clicks. I mean, I don't really want to spoil it because the ending is really cool, but
Yeah,
there's a certain thing you find in that room that kind of confirms all like the lore and the history of this character and why why this is happening and why he's there.
cool.
And it kind of puts it's the one thing I can say is it feels like it's a very political game, and you'll notice that as you're getting closer to that room, because it starts telling you why this is all here and why that item in that room is there and what purpose it serves to your character. And like I just it's hard to spoil it because once you get there, you're like, oh shit, this is really really incredible how they put it together.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can tell you off off record, like once we're off recording, like what it is in that room. But like it's just like the whole like reward of this game is getting to that room in your own terms, right? Like you're not just using a guide or like I'm telling you what it is. It's just like it is worth it because like there's a lot of I don't want to say political intrigue because it is like that kind of thing, but it is. It ends up being something very political, and it ties into the history of that manor specifically.
That's cool.
Yeah, but like just press on. Like I know you'll get to it. Like it took me like I think it was like 45 hours before I even got a really good run.
And that at this point I have all the pieces set. I have the foundation. I have the elevator dropped. All I need to do is have the perfect run so I can get to the antechamber, grab the key, and then kind of progress from there.
And that's it. Like it's just a matter of like you said, just rolling the right stats to get what you need. But
that's it.
Yeah, that ending is worth it. Let's put that way. The true ending is worth it. And like
love that.
And I think that's why this game is going to be game of the year because it just comes together so beautifully at the end, and it's just like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I will say though, as someone, I'm the notorious achievement hunter and everything like that. That achievement or trophy list is awful. Like I put 30 hours into this game. I don't have a single achievement.
No, I don't even care about it. I think I got 2.
Yeah.
2 in total. So
I don't like it at all. It doesn't feel satisfying or gratifying, but it is what it is. I know a lot of people don't care, but I was just shocked when I was going through it. I was like, really? This is what we're doing? Okay, fine. That way.
Let's see. Power. Let's see what Power Pick says for completion.
I'm
well, this is even on here.
I was about to say I would be shocked if they even had a guide up yet. Because a lot of it is just RNG or a lot of it is just like, oh yeah, just do the thing. But it's just a very egregious kind of achievement list. But I'm having fun with it. And like you said, I think that there's a huge conversation of why this game might, could be game of the year, depending on how everything else stacks up. I'm a really big fan of it. I think it's simplistic in its design, but so elegant and so intricate in terms of its like deeper mechanics and systems, and just the problem solving, puzzle solving, and all of it. But even something I don't see a lot of people talk about, the music is so great in this game. Like it is beautiful.
It kind of blends into everything, right?
Yeah,
like, you're just so focused on like it is really good. It's just like you're not really paying attention to it because you're more focused on how to get out of this room, how to slot these things. But like it is good. Like I feel like we'll be talking about it.
I hope so.
Game of the year and all that, but like it is a really integral part. I don't think it would work as well if it was anything else.
No, I totally agree. And yeah, I just really like these games now, kind of putting it up there with Balatro and stuff like that, of these roguelikes that pair themselves with a kind of a genre of a game that really has no business being a roguelike and just doing it so elegantly.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're expecting the game to end when it's like you hit room 46, there's even more after that. So like there is some longevity to it.
Sure.
I know some people are bouncing off it pretty quickly, but like you stick around, like because there's a lot of stuff that like shows up later. It's like, okay, you still got to unlock all these levers. Like you don't really know what all of them are for, so you start having to come back to it, and like it's just there's all that stuff.
I mean, I was blown away when I unlocked the tomb the first time. I was like, oh fuck me, like we're doing this now. Okay, cool. This is a game in and of itself. Just to spend time down there.
This is a good time to kind of bring this up again. There's really good puzzle games that people are very actively unaware of. So like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is definitely one of these games. I actually encourage you to go play this after that. Like as soon as you finish this, take a break. But then if you need another puzzle game, Lorelei and the Laser is basically this game, but a little bit different. But there's that, and then the one game I Christmas 2021 and 22 I became obsessed with was The Forgotten City. I know they're not the same, but like there are some similar elements. So you're trying to solve a big mystery of like, I don't know if do you know the Forgotten City?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that game.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're listening, yeah, you have to play it. It is a puzzle game. It is very, very much a puzzle game, despite what it looks like. It looks like it's like a Skyrim mod, and it actually was at one point. But the mystery and intrigue behind that game, it was on par with what Blueprints is doing. And like, I feel like, not a lot of people remember that game, and I'm such a champion for it. If any opportunity to talk about it comes up, I'm talking about it, because I remember Boxing Day that year. I was just like obsessed with it. I ended up getting the platinum in one day because I could not put it down, and it had that same political intrigue and stuff, because it ends up being way more than what I expected it to be. I thought it'd be a very simple story, but yeah, it goes way into left field, and it doesn't hold out until the end. I guess it's such a great idea.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's all I really had to say about Blueprint. I'm still, going to be chipping away at it. I assume for the next foreseeable future. I do want to stick with it as long as I can. I don't know if the game will hold on to me after I get to the ending and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll be doing, subsequent runs and stuff like that, but we'll see. For the time being, I mean, like, there's nothing else really on my radar that's pressing me, so I'm having fun just going through the game.
It is a bit of a lull. I mean, I'm just looking at my mailbox. We have so much that's coming up. The next big thing, like, I'm kind of looking forward to is, I'm just looking at it right now, is what's coming in a couple weeks? It's man, it's literally, I gotta pull up the release calendar, because I've been.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Towerborn. I know that's coming out at the end of the month.
Oh yeah. That is it. That's the one. That's the co-op game, right?
I mean, I think it can be played co-op, but it's just the side-scrolling RPG.
That's the one. Dave reviewed that. No, right? Dave reviewed that in early access.
Oh yes, yeah. Okay.
What are we on? We're in May. I gotta pull up May because there's so many games coming out. God, we're in
Doom.
Doom is the big one, but Lost Soul Aside, that's the one I'm looking for. That's the big game I'm looking forward to.
True.
Just because, I mean, as much as I like, God, what's the other name? Stray Blade? God, I can't remember the name of it already.
That sounds familiar.
The one that the Gunner game. God, why am I forgetting the name of it?
Oh. Man. Not Stray Blade. What was it? The Gunner game.
That's how much I forget this game.
Stellar Blade.
It wasn't.
And you know why? You know how I got there? I started putting. This is all Google. This is all Google. I put in Gunner Blade, and it came up Gunner games like Stellar Blade. It was the first.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
but
Gunner
yeah, no,
Blade.
It's like Gunner Blade. Like, honestly, no. I've been following. I'm just so excited about this game just because I've been following it for. It's been a 10-year development cycle, so like I'm curious to finally see, because if you've paying attention to either Steve or myself on social, Devil May Cry just came and went, and like, it was such a cool game.
Oh, true.
Cool anime.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to something similar. Like, I want a nice hack and slash game. Like, I went back and played Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, and like, it's fun, but I need something fresh.
Yeah.
And I feel like this might be a good alternative until maybe we get like Devil May Cry 6, and
hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, because it's been 6 years at this point. Like, I want more Devil May Cry. Like, these companies put these animes and these live action stuff out, and it's just like, have a game ready for it. Like,
right?
Have a game.
Where was the Castlevania game?
Castlevania, Fallout. Like, Fallout was the biggest blunder, I feel. Because,
here's a little update for 76. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But like, I don't know if you saw how many people end up playing 76.
Yeah.
Oh no, Fallout 4.
Something. Yeah.
It was like a 900% bump. They went up to 10 million players over a month. It's like, that would have been perfect for Fallout to have a new game. But like, it's just stuff like that. And like, Twisted Metal is coming out, and I'm like, I would kill for a new Twisted Metal
for real.
Summer.
For real.
Even give me like Twisted Metal Black remastered with online. I will take it. But like, give us something, man.
Yeah. I agree.
And it's just small things like this. It's just like, I know these things are expensive and like they obviously cost a lot of money, but like, there's obviously a need for them and like a want. So, do something.
Yeah. Bobby, I think that about does it for this episode. If people want to connect with you online, where could they do so?
Yeah, be Passionless on social, Bluesky, Instagram, wherever you want, and conceptcreatures.com, whereas the main hub is and everything's there. You can follow our news, reviews, interviews, whatever you want. It's all there.
Amazing. And as for me, you can follow me across the internet at svigvari. We're going to have a whole bunch of more exciting episodes coming up throughout the month, towards the end of the month specifically. Some really exciting stuff. And then, we're going to have so many more video game discussions coming up in May, June. It's going to be a great spring season here for the Creature Cast. We appreciate you all for supporting, listening, sharing it with your friends. But until next time, we'll see you. Bye.